Hello, I am in my kitchen today because I am talking Foodie Friday. Welcome to Foodie Friday, the day where I tell you about the food I ate, slash to show you how to make food. But today it's the food I ate in Barcelona. I went to Barcelona with a bunch of my pals and we ate a lot of food. That is why I'm sharing with you what I ate. I will mention along the way some of the stuff everyone else ate. If you haven't seen the Barcelona video, I'm going to reference it a lot and like what we were doing around when we ate. So go watch that. There's a little link up there somewhere, and then come back to this video, or watch this first and then try to think about where I ate when you watch the video. It'll also be linked at the end. I'm gonna be being a YouTuber linking things. So the first night before we went to the soccer game, we went out to a restaurant and we got a few pictures of sangria, which was literally the most delicious sangria I've ever had. It tasted like red wine, but it was like much sweeter. Obviously that's what sangria is, but it was so good, like really so good. We like gulped that down. And then to that I also had a tortilla de patata, which is basically in American English sounds like tortilla de patata, and it's basically a potato on a tortilla, tortilla meaning bread. So basically it was a huge piece of toast, and then it had basically potato omelet cut into slices and then laid on the thing, and then I used a little bit of ketchup with mine by the end because it was quite dry, but it was delicious. Definitely a comfort food. Fry sticks next to it, so that was really good. JP and I had that, and everyone else had a variety of other things that I didn't catch on camera. We woke up the next morning and went to Parc Güell, and there we still hadn't eaten breakfast because we couldn't find anywhere open. So at Parc Güell we stopped in a little cafe there, and I got a chocolate muffin. Well, I got a muffin, which was basically a corn muffin, but then it was like literally a glob of chocolate in it. And then I also had a fruit cup and fresh pressed orange juice, which was delicious. For lunch, we decided to kind of just wing it, and I got a spinach empanada. Liz got a chicken one, and I think JP also got a spinach one. And it sounds like JP is just copying my meals, but I swear those are the only two where we had the same thing, except for maybe what we had next, which was ice cream. I had a mascarpone scoop and a dark chocolate scoop, which I never, ever, whenever I get gelato, I always go for the fruity ones. Mainly speaking, I never go for like the chocolatey ones or the like really traditional ice creamy flavors. I always go for the fruit. And these just look so good. So we had those. And then we were walking around and we were supposed to go in the Picasso Museum, but they were sold out. So we ended up going to a tapas bar and getting a bottle of wine and some tapas. But unfortunately this menu was really small because it was just a tapas bar. And so there's only one thing on the menu that I really was interested in trying and also was for vegetarians. And so I had fried artichoke with it was like a chili or like, you know, pepper paste sauce, and they were really, really good. But yeah, everything else had bacon in it or, you know, some sort of meat or anything in it. So I didn't get to try anything else, but I heard that the croquettes were amazing and everyone kept on raving about the croquettes. I think we ordered about 4 or 5 servings of them, and I didn't eat any of them. There were only 4 people eating them and they looked delicious. So we were walking through the park that afternoon and I saw vegan croquettes and I was like, guys, can we just stop for a minute? I'm gonna dig out €1 and buy myself a croquette. And oh my gosh, I can see what they were talking about. Obviously mine's gonna be a little different. It wasn't cheesy at all, and it wasn't it didn't have bacon or anything in it like theirs did, but it was still, it was creamy, it was delicious. There was definitely potato in it. Oh, I could eat about 20 of those, and I might when I next time see a croquette on a menu. So that was kind of our lunch overall, but that lasted like 4, 5, 6 hours. So we had like the empanada like at 12, and then the croquette I probably ate more around like 5 or even 6. After La Sagrada Familia, which is what we did next, we found a paella place because that is the other thing you eat when in Spain is paella. For this meal, I was like, I know that paella is seafood. Like, there's no really getting around it. You can get a veggie one, actually Liz did, and it was delicious, but I wanted to try a seafood one, so I kind of broke my vegetarianness for a night, and I had had paella. I had seafood paella. It was like mixed seafood. The weird thing about it was black paella because it had squid ink in it. And it was delicious, but very, very heavy. And I'm gonna blame it on the squid ink. I don't know if that's fair to squid ink, but it was delicious and I ate probably more than I should have, so that might have been it as well. The next morning, I needed comfort food because I was a little nauseous still from my paella. And so I had a toffee latte to keep me awake. And then I also had a bagel with cream cheese, just a basic to end the journey. And then I almost missed my flight home and did make it home. So that was my time in Barcelona in the foodiest of ways. I hope you really enjoyed that. Let me know which of the dishes I tried that you would want to try. You can either comment on it below or comment wherever you saw this post, Twitter, Facebook, unless you're on YouTube, obviously. I hope you've subscribed down below so you can find it on YouTube. Anytime you click on YouTube, you can go to the subscribe box and you will see my video in it. That would be pretty cool. So click subscribe, click like if you liked it, let me know what you wanted to eat, and I will see you next week with another exciting video. Thank you so much. Night. Bye. I got a Spanish empanada, but it was also spinach, which is what I'm trying to say. I got a spinach empanada. Liz got a chicken one, and I think JP also got a spinach. I hate myself.